Hey, why are you so happy? Are you also hyped about the Kabaddi Cup in 2024? Oh no, just me. Okay, then tell me what you are so happy about. I can't, it's private. Ah, come on, you can tell me everything. I'm here to help you, remember? And it's not like some people are listening. Okay, it's this girl in my class. I sit right next to her and she's very kind and pretty, and I want to ask her out. And where to? I don't know, maybe to the McDonald's where I first met her. Man, honestly, what is wrong with you? But I recognize the gesture you want to make, so I'll help you with it. You first of all have to plan out what you want to ask her. Hey, do you want to go to the cafe nearby after school? I heard they make the best ice cream. Yeah, that's good enough. Now, you need to take a shower and dress yourself up. No, not in your hoodie and headphones, but in style, like a suit. That's more like it. Now the only thing holding you back is time. Trust me, like this you're going to smash it. You know what? I don't think that this can go wrong anymore. I'll just do it like you told me. And there he goes off to school, excited and full of adrenaline. Then comes the moment where he sits right next to her in the school break and asks her, "What? Why are you holding back? You had so much confidence a few seconds ago.
Hello.
What happened?" I just had a thought that she would reject me and that the whole school would laugh about me.
What?
I
Who?
can't do it anymore. I have to go. But it was going so well.
Who's this guy talking to?
And there he goes, just like all the other guys that didn't have the courage to do the same. It really is a shame. If he only didn't pull back the last second. For me, it all started in 5th grade high school. There I was in this one class with this girl. I think I even sat next to her. So anyway, we were both in this one class and I didn't show any interest in her, or any other girl to be exact. I was in a typical phase of a boy, disliking girls and just hanging around with his friends. But at the end of 6th grade, something changed and I suddenly had an interest in her. But only her, the other girls were still disgusting. She was very pretty and always very kind to me, which is why I showed affection to her. And guess what I did? Exactly, nothing. I just sometimes thought about her, but that was it. I didn't even have the urge to talk to her or ask her out. But up to 9th grade, it all changed. It was now more difficult because we weren't even in the same class no more. But the times that I thought about her multiplied and the urge to talk to her and ask her out was very high. And still I didn't do anything. I had the typical feelings but was just too anxious to talk to her or do anything. That cowardice went on for 1 whole year till I started with my self-improvement journey. At that time I was mostly watching Andrew Tate and David Goggins, which both said that you have to get out there and do something before you regret it.
And I tell a lot of people go, what's your biggest fear in life? And my biggest fear, honestly, was, let's say you're God. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. I see my name and I see all this shit. And God goes, hey, you say, read this, man. And I'm reading this list and I'm seeing Navy SEAL, Ranger School, motivational speaker, changing lives. And I'm like, that's not me, man. And God looks at me and says, that's who you were supposed to be.
The more videos I watched of them, the more confident I got for it. And finally, after that whole year, I got enough confidence from the videos and my self-improvement journey and decided to ask her out. But it wasn't that easy. I still planned everything through so that nothing could go wrong. I planned when and where I would ask her, what I was going to say. I even wanted to be that sure that I wrote the question on a piece of paper until it was perfect. And then I learned it and went through all the possible scenarios that could occur. Of course, getting rejected and made fun of instantly popped into my mind. But I also envisioned that she would say yes and that all of it would be fine. So I picked out the perfect time and location, prepared the perfect line, and then got to school on a Monday morning. The whole day I was thinking of nothing else and couldn't even focus on the lessons that I had. But I kept myself together and showed off no emotions whatsoever. When the time approached, I could feel my heart just beating against my chest and was very nervous. Then the moment came and I did nothing. I stayed with my friend group and thought that the moment wasn't as fitting as I planned it to be. And then I went home and repeated the whole cycle the next week. Everything was the same except myself. I didn't even have any anxiety or fear before it and had an unmatched confidence that day. Then the moment came and with it the feelings returned. But that day nothing was stopping me. I walked to her, took a deep breath and then asked her if she wants to go to a restaurant on a weekend. The doubts just flooded my head, but it was nothing like it. She smiled at me and said that she would look into it and text me if she's got time. And then I just went back to my friend group, still overwhelmed by the response, and had the biggest confidence boost of all time. And that feeling was so amazing that I want to share the story with you and want you to achieve the same. So if you clicked on this video, you're probably in a similar situation as I was, which is why I want to tell you everything that I learned from that experience. The obvious thing is that you have to ask her out now or live with the regret later. It will be far easier when you have a good amount of self-esteem, which is why you have to prove yourself in form of challenges. For me, the main point for building my confidence in the beginning was training. If you do that or just show in any other way that you are worth of respect is enough to prepare yourself for this moment. With the now gained confidence, you should plan out the moment so that you won't be surprised or even overwhelmed by it. As I did myself, it is a very good idea if you plan when, where, and what you want to ask her. You should keep in mind that you and her are mostly alone when you ask her out because friends will just intercept it and even make fun of you afterwards. So choosing a place where you two can talk eye to eye is the best bet. What you should ask her should be simple and obviously not be too wimpy. I really like you and I always wanted to hang out with you will probably overwhelm her and even put her under pressure, which will deliver bad results for both of you. So ask something simple like, hey, have you heard of the new cafe opening down the city? Do you want to meet there sometime?
I thought you never asked.
I'll admit, it sounds very cliche, but it is a simple and very effective way to ask someone out. The most effective tip is to take a deep, like really deep breath into your chest or stomach so that you will be relieved of all the cramps and all the doubts in your head. This will make you appear more confident because you look sure and certain of yourself. It will also increase your speaking volume, making you louder, sounding therefore more confident, and will even decrease the chance of having a voice crack. I mean, most people will just quickly laugh about it and then move on, but you will probably keep it in mind for a lifetime, so decreasing the chance of having a voice crack is definitely in your favor.
Bless America, my home, sweet home.
But afterwards, no matter the outcome, you will be proud of yourself because you did something that many people wouldn't even dare to do themselves. You will get the biggest confidence boost ever, which you can use for every other situation in life. If it is just another social situation or a business deal, this newly gained confidence will give you a head start in front of everyone. Many people will also be less lazy because they now have something to prove to themselves. So this will even help you with your self-improvement journey. And with the first time being done and over, the next tries will be far easier. So doing it now will save your future self a lot of trouble. But to not only sugarcoat it for you, it can obviously be a bit embarrassing if she says no, or if you do something silly. Trust me, looking back at my first attempt, I could have done a lot better and could have been a lot more confident in general, but it was still better than my expectation. To conclude the story, right after school she would send me a text where she would decline to go out. But I guess I was very lucky because she was still very nice to me, which is why I don't have any regrets of asking her out. But I also know that it can get worse than that. A lot of people will just say that the worst thing she can say is no, which is partly true. Of course, basically the only answers she has are yes and no, But if you choose the wrong girl, she can still make fun of you while you ask her. You've already seen the scenario in multiple of movies, which is why I won't extend this, but if there is even the slightest chance that this can happen, then I'm sorry, but she is not the right girl for you anyway. In these moments it can be shattering, but either you accept it eventually or have to go through it a lot more painfully. And for those who are blinded by love, you will immediately acknowledge it afterwards and will be happy that you rejected it. Then there's also the chance that other people will make fun of you or see you as weird because you did something that is not the standard anymore. I mean, just imagine that something that was completely normal just a few years ago is now weird for most people because of social media and dating apps. But what I wanted to say is that these people wouldn't even do something similar in any way and have a completely view of dating. So don't care about these people because guess what? They'll forget it in a few days anyway. I mean, they are not going to completely forget it, sadly enough, but they're going to silence down and will just think of it when someone else mentions it. So simply ignore these people and move on with your newly gained confidence. Also, a tip for this is that you just put yourself above these people that make fun of you. It sounds arrogant, but it helped me to ignore these people and I had any reason to do so, as will you. So just distance yourself from these people and move on with your new self. I know the last bit sounded very negative, but what I wanted to say in general is that you will move out with a lot more clarity about the situation, yourself, and other people, and will gain a newly set of confidence that will advance you in many situations in life. And if she says yes, this could be one of the best moments in your life right now. So don't even think about wasting another minute and go out there to ask her out. And after you've done it, let me know how it went for you in the comment section down below. Always keep your focus on your purpose. See you next time.